beatsradioonline.com.
Carlo Lio, tell us, how
yes.
was it? Have you been in Costa Rica before, or is this your first time?
I've been to Costa Rica many times, and every time I play, I can't wait to come back even more. I've been playing, in San Jose with Fredo Vertigo for the last many years. It's actually the first festival I've played, and I have hats off, 10 out of 10. I'm happy, man, really.
I've been seeing a lot of new releases coming out, and medicine, a bunch of, a lot of tech, and tell me what's coming up for you next, and tell me a little bit also about where you were influenced, if you could.
Yeah, so in terms of releases, I did a lot last year, but this year the main focus is my label Raw Authentic, which I haven't released anything on in about two and a half years. We're relaunching the label again with my bro Nathan Barato, which we started the label, but then we kind of drifted away, so now we're coming back. So that's the main focus. We have a bunch of amazing music coming on the label. So stay tuned for that. In terms of influences, man, it's the hardest question because the list goes on. From guys like Doc Martin, who's standing right next to me,
you feet away,
to guys like DJ Sneak. But one of the biggest for me has always been like Mr. G.
Mr. G?
Yeah, the way he makes music, his style, it's the same. I build grooves. His template is what I took for music production. So he's, for me, is one of the top. But again, so many people go down the list, you know what I mean?
Out of the places you visited in Costa Rica, what were your favorites?
I haven't been too many. I mean, the last 5-6 years, it's always been San Jose for Vertigo, for Fredo, and I've always loved it. This is my first time in Tamarindo. I love it. And actually, my wife's brother moved here 3-4 years ago, and my wife's parents just retired here.
Oh, wow.
2 months ago, so I'm here all the time. I'm actually going home for 3 days and coming back for 2 weeks after to stay in Coco Beach area.
Oh,
that's where they all live now. So.
Oh, nice. So it makes it Playas del Coco, probably.
Yes.
It makes it a lot easier for you to mix out here every once in a while.
Of course. It's beautiful, man. I love it. I'm thinking of the same thing, to retire here too. It's worth it.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, out of the food that you ate, what did you like the most?
Honestly, I haven't ate too much food in Costa Rica. I'm like a more hotel guy. I just like room services. Today I had crazy, was it Baja fish? What's it called?
Was it Pargo?
No, some main catch of the season. My brother-in-law was telling me. Baja, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. Whatever I ate at the hotel today was fucking bomb. So
nice.
I'm happy.
Nice. How many more days are you out here?
I'm leaving on Monday. Going home to minus 40-degree weather in Toronto for 3 days, and then coming back with my kid and my wife for another week.
Oh, that's a definite change from the tropical weather here, huh?
Little bit. It's nice to get out of there for a minute even, so.
So you're going to be touring soon? What's next on the roadmap for you?
December was really crazy. I played like 15 shows between Europe and North America. January is always like after New Year's is more relaxed. So besides this show, I'm playing one more show, and then come February, it's like on and on, like crazy game time.
Yeah, just non-stop. Where do you find the time to produce?
You know what? Everyone asks me this question because I make a lot of music, run a label, have a baby, touring, but I'm blessed with making music really fast. Like some people, they're like, oh, you can't make music in 3 hours. I can make 2 tracks in 3 hours. Thank God.
Nice.
Because for me now,
awesome.
where I am in my life, it's very important you have to be consistent in any job. So for me, it's like, I'll take care of the kid for half of the day, I'll go on the laptop for fucking an hour and a half, and I'll bang out a track.
Can you tell me some of the DAWs and plugins that make it easier for you, or what you've been using?
Yeah, I mean,
you have like a certain pattern that you're using to make you bust them out that quick?
You know what? A lot of people like use templates. Like, they make a big track and like that's their template for the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm kind of the opposite. I don't ever want to recycle. Every beat I make is, I'm never using the same kick or the same this or the same that.
Make it unique.
Which is, because it's easy to I've seen so many producers like, make a certain track and then the next 10 tracks is like because that track was big. I'm like, no, I'm going to do the opposite of that. Yeah. So for me, Ableton is my dog. And the last 2 years, I fell in love with like Reactor. So Reactor is my shit right now. Because Reactor is, you buy it for like there's like 500 plugins. when you find those 2 or 3 or 4 that you actually like sit there and put your time into, you could do shit that you never thought you could do. And that's what I did because, you know, it's like music. You know, you buy a track, 1 week later you forget about this track. With plugins, there's always another plugin, another this, another that. So you got to find that 1 or 2 or 3, 4 or 5 plugins and put all your time into there, and you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, like on places like KVR, it's just endless.
Yeah, because you know
like
what I mean.
The Disneyland of plugins.
Exactly, and like there's all these people that get sucked into that because
I can see people getting feature happy.
dude, it's insane. Like, you know, with tracks, like, you know, as a as a DJ, I'm like, I'll go on Beatport every week, but I'm strict as fuck. Like, there's tracks that I'll buy this week, maybe not play next week. I'm looking for tracks that I want to play for 2 months. Right. And I have the same view with producing with plugins. I'm like, because you go on the forum, you see, oh, yo, you got to use this plugin. Oh, you got to use. I'm like, no, I don't.
I've always thought to myself that the best music that you make, whether it's electronic or not, or just influence, it's always about making a timeless piece that really leaves
Dude, you know how many people ask me about production, think I have all these fucking secrets about producing? They're like, oh, you're not telling me. I'm like, bro, I'm the most simple producer in the world. 90% is up here. When you can put this onto a screen, you can make those timeless tracks, because 99% of the people, you know, they like your sound. They're gonna try so hard to make your sound. You can't. You're not me. I'm not you. I'm not this guy. You won't. We're a different fucking human being. It's not gonna happen. Spend time. Take a little bit from me. Take a little bit from this guy. Take a little bit from that guy, and make it your own somehow. That's what I did with all these fucking influencers. So when people can learn that, you're smooth sailing. But people try way too hard, where I don't try at all. Like, I'll never go into the studio and say, I need to make a techno track today. I need to make a deep track today. I need to make a whatever the fuck comes out. Because every time I've said, like, I need to go in the studio and make this type of track, nothing happens. When you go in there with a clean slate, the best shit happens.
But it's a lot more fun too.
Yeah, because you're just putting pressure on yourself to make something that maybe you're not in the mood to make, but you have to make it because this remix is due in like a week. Right. It's the worst. It's the worst.
So you just had a baby, man. What's that feel like? Is this your first kid, or?
It's the first and last. But I'm not saying that for I was like a guy I never wanted kids, but you come to that age where you're at the crossroads. My girl is like the same age as me, 30, 36. Yeah. You gotta make a decision. So,
pretty young, man.
Yeah, so, you know, I put myself in that position where I'm like, if I don't do this now, maybe it won't happen. And I don't want to kick myself. I'm like, fucking 20 years, I would love to have a best friend, a son. So my mentality went like this. But for the last 10 years, I'm like, fuck babies, fuck babies, fuck babies. Now I'm obsessed with this fucking kid. He's my life, man.
I bet.
My life, you know? So I don't know if you have kids, but...
Not yet, but it's on the way in the future sometime.
Man, everyone always telling me, yo, it's so scary, this and that. I'm like, it was the opposite. If I knew how it was, I mean, you don't know until you have one.
Right.
I would have done it fucking 7 years ago.
So what I was gonna say was, if somebody was to be where you're mixing and you just got finished mixing and they just, buy you a drink, what drink should they get you? What's your drink? We always ask this to everybody.
For me,
what's your favorite drink?
I love like fruity bitch drinks.
Really?
Yes, like vodka and cranberries, vodka and orange, screwdrivers, anything with vodka. For me, I don't like any alcohol. Like, people like to drink genuinely. Yeah. I only drink when I'm out. Like, I won't have a drink on a Wednesday night with dinner. For me, it's what gives me the less hangover, and that's vodka. So I'm always vodka and like orange juice or vodka cranberry. Simple. Anything brown, I stay away from because I fight people. So I can do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
We call that here. We call that when you get drunk and try to fight people. It's called guaro vaquero.
What does this mean exactly?
It's like getting cowboy drunk.
You couldn't have said it better. That's exactly it.
It's like you get on the horse and you're like,
It's like you wake up tomorrow morning and like, fuck. And I don't want vodka. For me, I can handle it. I can get really, really fucking drunk. I mean, I'll have a hangover, but I can remember my night and not regret shit.
I'm gonna give you the perfect add-on to that drink, right?
Tell me.
So you take the same vodka and cranberry, but you add a little bit of soda, just a tad bit of soda, and a little bit of lemon.
You know what? I know this fucking trick.
It's the anti-hangover drink too.
Yes.
Because of the oxygenation in the water.
That's exactly
and
it.
Then, and then the lemon tightens up your stomach.
As good as you think it is, it's not that good for you until you.
No, nothing's really.
No, nothing. It's not fucking.
Nothing happens here that's any good for you.
It's not a green kale drink at the end of the day. So
it's definitely not a green drink, right?
But we're like, oh, this is okay, but it's not okay. It's bad, just less bad. That's how you have to think about it. So. Less bad.
So listen, man, we have a school here. It's called the Beat Match Academy. Would you ever be open to coming down and teaching all these different times that you come down when you have a little extra time?
Totally. I would love to do
like
that.
A workshop?
Yeah, of course.
That would be awesome.
It's here in Tamarindo?
No, it's in San Jose.
Right? Of course.
Where Vertigo is, that's where our studio is, the same building.
So the next time I'm at Vertigo, we should plan a thing. I would love to do it, of course.
Awesome.
I'm always down to teach, give back. Because when I was coming up, I didn't have that shit. It was like cutthroat. It's like,
and that's kind of like part of what we do at the Beat Match Academy. We try to do like a lot of like history and bring people to actually know about.
But that's what you just said is the best thing I've heard, because people can literally wake up one morning and decide to be a DJ and acquire the tools in a couple hours and download this software and download this, and they'll never learn the fucking history. When you know that history, it will change the next 10 years of your thinking path, the way you make music, the way you DJ. But these days, people won't take time to learn the history because it's that easy to just literally wake up and be like, when I wanted to be a DJ, I'm like, okay, I need $5,000. I need to buy 2 techniques. I need to buy a mixer. I need to spend $300 on vinyl every week.
And then all the credit cards are maxed out. And
man, dude, I mean, I don't.
My first turntable, I actually just got a credit card just to get one turntable, just so I could mix like one record.
That doesn't happen anymore.
No,
because
it doesn't.
It's not needed. It's not needed at all. And you need to, like you said, you need to teach people that, because they're not willing to learn. You've seen all these posts, these people like these EDM guys are like, who's Richie Hutter?
Yeah,
Who's this? Who's this? I'm like, go to school, go somewhere else, do something else.
But any shout outs or anything else you want to leave the interview with?
Fuck, shout out to Costa Rica in general, man. I always have a great time when I come here. The people are amazing. Promoters are amazing. I always have a great time, and I'm happy the other half of my family moved here because I have more reason to come back. So I can't complain.
That's awesome. We look forward to seeing you back here and turning it up.
Yes, thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
And all those new releases, keep banging them out.
A lot of crazy shit coming next year, so stay tuned.
For sure.
BeatsRadioOnline.com